Every single day, an astonishing factory that spans the area of 2 soccer fields churns out 400,000 colorful markers. What's even more fascinating is that the same ingredient used to enrich breakfast cereals is what gives the bright ink in these markers their vibrant glow. But have you ever wondered how these colorful markers are crafted? In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the creation process of one of the globe's top-selling text markers. The journey of fluorescent markers stretches back between the 1900s and 1960s, marking their debut as a groundbreaking tool designed to highlight and underline key pieces of information in texts. The brains behind the fluorescent marker are Robert Weber, an American scientist and innovator. Robert came up with the first ever fluorescent ink back in 1962, earning him a spot among the most significant inventors of the 20th century. Following this invention in 1963, the American firm Carter's & Company, led by Robert Weber, introduced the world to the first batch of fluorescent markers, branded under the name Howler. These markers stood out from the usual highlighters because they used fluorescent inks, which made the text pop without covering it up. In the 1970s, they became a hit in offices, schools, and academic circles. Their ability to make text stand out brightly and attractively turned them into must-have items for studying and organizing notes. Everything started in the quaint town of Weissenberg, Germany. Surprisingly, this small, historic town is considered the global hub for text marker production. Here, in this picturesque locale, the brand Stabilo produces 400,000 text markers every single day. These essential school and office tools are crafted from plastic granules in an enormous factory that's as big as 2 soccer fields, producing an astounding more than 100 million fluorescent markers annually. In the marker-making process, 4 tons of high-quality plastic granules are used every day. These granules are delivered in huge tank trucks and are sufficient to create 2 million markers. The top-selling marker is the vibrant fluorescent yellow. Imagine a stream of tiny beads flowing into a massive mixer capable of handling 30 tons, where these beads of various colors get blended before being fed into a high-temperature injection molding machine where they melt and transform. This process involves 5 key components: the main body, the ink reservoir, the tip holder, and the cap. Initially, all you see are yellow rectangles, the central part of the marker, not yet showing their final color. These rectangles are crafted from plastic granules that are colored with precision and melt in just 5 seconds, creating the marker's body. The pressure applied during this process is immense, akin to the weight of 350 elephants, which then quickly cools the plastic in seconds, solidifying it. Thanks to a water cooling system, 32 newly shaped bars drop into a container below, marking the first physical step in the marker's journey to completion. This entire operation is a captivating blend of accuracy, cutting-edge technology, and creativity, churning out 32 marker bodies every 17 seconds. The cartridges arrive with other plastic components on the assembly line. We do not have to search for a long time. The cap and the tip of the marker pen are produced on the side according to the same principle. In total, 360,000 individual pieces are produced per day and almost completely automatically. The lid has a special inner piece in which the tip of the marker fits perfectly with the characteristic click. Both the lid and the seal of the marker are made of 30% recycled plastic. The machines run at full speed for 24 hours a day. Every piece heads to assembly, where the transformation into a marker begins. First off, the marker gets its face. A machine adds the unique Stabilo or Boss logo, making each marker easily identifiable. This step is vital, not just for looks, but to safeguard against fakes and lower-quality imitations. After the logos and barcodes are in place, the next step is to insert an ink tank into the marker's body, which is a round sponge. These aren't just sponges, but they're designed to stay soaked with ink inside the tank for up to a year. In 1971, the market offer was limited to conventional felt markers. The 1970s marked a milestone with the arrival of the first fluorescent pigments on the market. This innovative step not only revolutionized the way we mark and highlight information, but also consolidated the company's position on the international stage. Despite the numerous imitators, the text marker remains a global bestseller to this day. The text marker ensures that the marked words are not crossed out but remain legible and eye-catching. In the laboratory, the chemist is in charge of developing the exact composition of the fluorescent pigment. Humanity has consumed 12.5 million liters of fluorescent pigment so far, enough to mark the path from the Earth to the Sun more than 5 times. To create the ink that glows, a secret ingredient is needed: sugar. Although it may seem incredible, the same substance that you add to cereals is the one that makes the fluorescent ink glow. The dye solution is poured into the emulsion where a special chemical reaction takes place. In this way, the normal yellow paint transforms into a beautiful fluorescent paint when the sugar causes a chemical reaction, triggering a characteristic glow. And how does this fluorescent color reach the marker? What the chemist does in the laboratory happens on a large scale in the factory. An operator mixes the ingredients in a kind of pot, resulting in 500 kg of yellow flower paint, which, despite its brightness, is not toxic. To write, color is also needed in the tip. Exactly 6 grams of color per marker pen. The machine injects the color through fine tubes into the sponge of the marker. The tank is filled with fluorescent ink, a process that must be carried out precisely to ensure a constant flow. The marker is sealed to prevent the evaporation of the ink, and the final assembly proceeds. The tip sits securely in the body of the marker to prevent leakage. This is how up to 400,000 Stabilo Boss markers are produced per day. However, it is stated that more than 100 million copies of the highlighter are currently produced each year. But why does the fluorescent color glow? It doesn't glow on its own. It needs light. Light is composed of long and short waves, with the short waves being less visible to the human eye. The fluorescent paint converts these short waves into long-wave light, improving the visibility of the writing and giving the impression that the marked text shines. Acting as a mirror, paint reflects light better than other colors, which contributes to that shiny feeling. The difference is most evident under a UV light lamp to ensure maximum durability. Markers undergo rigorous hardness testing. Tips must fit exactly into their place and pass color and tightness tests. A marker is created every second, and although there is no time to check each batch, the machine verifies that the markers write uniformly and clearly for a specific time. Each color is subjected to demanding tests, and a marathon writing length of almost 400 meters begins. The markers must reach a writing length of at least 375 meters, equivalent to the height of a skyscraper. Only then is the marker considered to meet the high standards of performance and durability. After these tests, the marker pens are packaged at a rate of 1,000 per minute before reaching their final destinations on desks, in school backpacks, and at hotel receptions, marking its success as the best-selling marker in the world. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and share it with someone who might find it interesting too. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can keep learning with us.